about the internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Script. Let's get right into today's video. I don't even know where to start. There is so much information we are going to go over in today's video. It is going to completely blow your mind. I want you guys to go ahead and unsubscribe and leave a dislike if you don't find this video valuable. But ladies and gentlemen, every second of this video is going to have you on the edge of your seat. Let's get right into it. Let's start with Marcus Treacher. Let's look at his resume quick. Accenture since 1988 to 1993, etc. We're trying to jump up. We have Citi. We have Swift UK Chair of Board of Directors for almost 3 years. And then HSBC for almost 12 years. And then back to Swift, board member, director for 6 years and 2 months. And then Ripple for almost 5 years. And now board observer at Nuum, which is Ripple correlated. Ripple partner Nuum successfully expands into Southeast Asia thanks to RippleNet. Okay. And then we have member, board of directors for the RTGS, which we're going to get into, and member, board of directors of ClearBank, which is indirectly correlated to Ripple. We're not going to go over in today's video because there's just too much to go over. This video would be hours long. Let's get on to this roadmap. Bank of England, RTGS renewal programming, okay? They stated that Swift, beyond 2024, they're not gonna rely on them anymore. Reduced reliance on third parties, in brackets Swift, for settlement. And take a listen to what Marcus Treacher says here about Swift competing with Ripple.
And in fact, Lenny Schrank equally has a question here. How does Ripple compete with Swift's ongoing GPI initiatives, the Global Payments Initiative, moving towards tracking and near instantaneous payments there? So both trying to understand the relationship between Swift and the corporate world.
To answer Lenny's question about Swift, if you look at innovators, you read the famous book, The Innovator's Dilemma. The innovator always dominates the space that the incumbent hasn't really, paid attention to. They perfect their technology there, and then they come into that, almost like the home territory when it's too late for the incumbent to react. And the kind of similar things happening here. So Swift,
once they perfect their technology and Ripple's too late, it's game over, folks. Let's go ahead and that is just, I can't believe that. That is just,
they perfect their technology there, and then they come into that, almost like the home territory when it's too late for the incumbent to react. And the kind of similar things happening here. So Swift.
And moving along to high funding costs. Take a listen to this. We are considering establishing liquidity bridges with other currencies in addition to the current euro arrangement. Such arrangements would allow for greater flexibility in intraday liquidity management and reduce the cost of holding liquidity in different jurisdictions. Synchronization services would help to link transfer in RTGS with transfer in payment systems in other jurisdictions, enabling payments in different currencies to happen near instantly. This has a potential to mitigate settlement risk and ultimately lower the cost of cross-border payments. And take a listen to what Marcus Treacher says here about the Ripple network and how you could scale it up. You have to scale it up to be world ready. And then we're going to get into regulations with Mika as well. A lot of big stuff here. Take a listen.
So that's why for the full network that moves information and moves money between different counterparties worldwide, the only way we could scale up to something that's world ready was to adopt the open internet model, where we use cryptography to coordinate legislatively, and that is infinitely scalable. But below that, we're using classic blockchain, the Ripple design that supports the XRP digital asset is one of consensus very high volume, so we can use that for delivering liquidity. think about liquidity, the classic Swift MD202, the liquidity volume is much lower than the payment volume.
And Marcus Treacher has worked at Swift for over 10 years, folks. And he's over at Ripple, talking like this. You gotta come on, folks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And moving along to the digital pound. This is from the Bank of England. Cross-border synchronization, a joint project with Ripple demonstrating that synchronized FX transactions in two different simulated RTGS systems can be achieved, leading the incorporation of a synchronization functionality into the roadmap for renewal. You can't make this stuff up. And this is back from 2017 where they were utilizing Ripple proof of concept, and in 2023, it's still all intact. Do you know how big that is? Bank of England scaling real-time gross settlement back in 2016, they were doing 500 billion each day. 500 billion alone, very small. That could put XRP well above $10 if that were to happen. But we haven't seen a full utility-driven market cap or volume on the XRP ledger yet. This needs to be a level playing field. And take a listen to what Marcus Treacher says here about, Bitcoin and how XRP was founded.
The founders of the XRP model saw the problem that Bitcoin had very early on.
The founders of the XRP model saw the problem that Bitcoin had early on, and that's how XRP was created. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and smash that like button. This is coming straight from Marcus Treacher. Swift for over 10 years, okay? He left and then he came back. And getting on to MasterCard. Take a look at this. MasterCard unveils international payments tool. Indirect partnership with Ripple. How's that possible? Well, take a listen. MasterCard is working with Fable FinTech and PayPal payment system on the service, offering user flexibility in how they pay by delivering funds to bank accounts, mobile wallets, cards, and cash payout locations. This is Fable, their website. Take a look at this. Support services to assist with every step of cross-border transaction process. They have Swift automation, and take a look. Ripple integration. Inbuilt components to integrate seamlessly with Ripple platform and leverage the blockchain infrastructure. And getting on to EU. They're ahead of the game and the US is falling behind. High hopes for EU MiCA law with final vote is imminent. The law would likely then enter force in July, with major provision kicking in between 12 to 18 months later. On paper, MiCA sets out regulate those issuing crypto assets, ensuring white papers of investors' information are honest. And if you guys remember, Ripple is, trying to get clarity everywhere. Crypto startup Ripple is seeking a license in Ireland to drive EU expansion. I think MiCA is a very good start, already said. The UK is also a priority. Ripple on Monday released a set of guidelines outlining how it thinks Britain should regulate crypto. They're assisting with regulation, folks. And we have US here going against regulation and doesn't want to work with private sector companies and providing a level playing field. This is all a show. Swift is going to be goodbye forever after 2025. It'll just be hanging on. A bill is making its way through the UK Parliament that would give the financial regulator greater oversight of crypto. However, this is yet to become law. And then to finish today's video off, you guys probably all heard, Twitter partners with eToro to let users trade stocks, crypto, and Musk pushes app into finance. And apparently it's supposed to go live next Tuesday. And if you guys remember, eToro, this is from cowboy.crypto on Twitter. He posted this. When you go on eToro's website or their app and you type in XRP, look at the trading pairs, folks. Ripple Euro, XRP AUD, XRP GBP. And then the list goes on and on, especially when, we have tokenized assets coming, and then we're going to have XRP to whatever asset it's tokenized to. Okay, this is going to be absolutely crazy, folks. 9 billion people by 2050 is projected, and this is what they're looking for. They need to scale up to be world ready. This is a completely new infrastructure that's going to change the game forever. With that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we'll be back with another episode.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.